from 135 last year. If you turn to page 17, note 6. Basically, the accumulated surplus includes the investment in your tangible capital assets, and all your reserves and reserve funds, and then the unfunded portion of long-term debts and as well. And that all nets to $180 million. If you want to turn to page 3 now. This is your consolidated statement of operations, basically. So the total revenues, land and shores for 2012 are $22.9 million. Now this is up about $2.25 million over 2011, and it's higher than budget by $3 million. The main reason for the variance from budget is in the other income line there, which is $2.1 million higher. If you want to turn to page 18, note 8. This breaks down what's included in that other income number. The big number there is donations of $1.8 million. Now, 1.7 of that is the contributed capital assets that I mentioned back on the capital asset page, which wasn't budgeted for, which is why it was there. So if we go back to page 3, the only other item that's significantly different than budget is government grants federal. We received $451,000 and the budget was only $18,000. On the expense side, the total expenses are up $855,000 over last year, which is about 4.5%, but they're only up $396,000 over budget, so that's only a 2% increase. So there's not really any significant variances there. And the annual surplus, as I've mentioned before, is just a little over $3 million for this year. I've talked about a bunch of the notes, but there's a couple more that I think we should quickly look at. Note 7 on page 18. This note deals with Method Area Water Supply System consolidation. So basically, it's included in these financial statements based on percentage of use. So 2.5%, 2.51% of the laws and numbers to reflect on the financial statements. Note 9 on page 19, the next page. This is a required note by the Public Sector Accounting Board. It basically just breaks out the expenses by object, so by salaries, materials, interest. And again, it compares to the budget and prior year. Note 11 on the same page is the owner's note, employees' retirement plan. And on the top of page 20, it shows how much net insurance contributed to owners last year, which was $217,000, which is up from $183,000 the year before. Basically, it's the rate change. Almost sets the rates and the Note 13 at the bottom of page 20 talks about the trust funds held by Hampton Shores. And these are basically the cemetery care and maintenance. So these statements are attached at the end of the financial statements, pages 35 to 37 in your package. They too received an unqualified audit report. And page 36 shows the balance sheet and then the statement of continuity. And page 37 is just a couple of notes related to those funds. And pages 21 to 27 are another required note by the Public Sector Accounting Board. These are segmented information that's prepared. So management identified these segments, and then we have to show basically a summarized income statement on those. So pages 26 shows the 2012 numbers, and pages 27 show the comparative numbers from 2011. So it's just a different way of presenting what's in the statement. statement that's in the package is the Forest Town Center Business Improvement Area. It's on pages 29 and 33. Those numbers are again incorporated fully into the land and shore statements. The only thing I want to mention on that, on page 31, is they have a small deficit for the year of $536. So that's just a quick run through the statements. Jamie and I will open any questions if there are any.
Very good. Thank you. That is very informative. So does council have any questions? I have a couple of questions. One is, I understand that there's going to be a change in legislation with regards to brownfields, and it's going to have a potential impact on us in the future. Could you elaborate on that to some degree?
The new standard on contaminated sites coming in for effective in 2015. So we mentioned this in our management letter last year. It's again in our management letter this year. So basically, public sector accounting board is saying that you're going to have to look at all the sites that land and shore owns and determine if there's an environmental liability there. So it has to exceed environmental standards. There has to be an environmental standard in place to check to see if it's contaminated, obviously. So it's within the standards, there's no contamination, but if it's not, then you're going to have to account for that liability.
So that will impact our asset values.
Yeah, the problem with the liability on your books if there is something that is contaminated.
Yes, Councilor Scott.
Does this include having to do EA on every piece of property that we have that may have had various things on? Like our workshops and things like that, where we would have had trucks or we would have maybe oil tanks or gas tanks or things along those lines?
That's what usually, I think what the standard's getting at is land that's not in productive use. They haven't finalized the standard yet, so there's still a lot of questions. So once we get more information, we'll let you know. But I think the idea is if there's vacant land that's not being used for anything, if there was a gas station or something on it, then we would have to do an environmental assessment of that property. So as more information becomes available, we'll talk to the board about the agenda.
And then just one more question. From your perspective in working with other municipalities, would you say that our reserves are well stocked? Or what's your perspective on the amount of reserves that we have?
I think they didn't do a calculation of the percentage. They're increasing, obviously, so I don't think there's any concern with the reserve balances. I haven't done a calculation, like I say, to figure out the percent of what it works out to. I mean, it seems like you have a healthy balance of reserves. It's got to be at least $5 million. So I mean, there's reserves there.
Is there any other comments or questions? Then I'm going to say thank you very much for your time here. And was there anything else you wanted to say?
No, but I left a letter with Janet that will be signed by probably just a representation letter for us. And we'll be in a position to respond.
Sorry, I couldn't get it really clearly, but we do, after we will be approving the draft minutes, I believe. Is that correct, Janet?
Yes.
The draft statements. Very good. So, thank you so much. I appreciate both you here and Jamie, and I look forward to seeing you again. And maybe you'll be switching positions, who knows? Thank you for your time. And thank you, Janet, too. Things look like they're a little. Appreciate that.